something I wasn't buying this week, and it got sold on a clearance rack last night, was Andrew Tate's shit talking. Boy, did we get our internet, our feeds flooded with these Andrew Tate and Misfits Boxing and what he's gonna do and all this stuff. And I was at a real fight last night.
Okay.
A real fight, and we had a real good time. But on the way back, I pulled up on my phone. We had to see what happened with this Tate thing. I admit I was curious. I know you saw it as well. What did you make of
You know what?
Andrew Tate's performance last night?
No, the guy that he was the guy that he's fought. The guy that he fought, no disrespect to that guy. Well done for getting the win, yeah. But I remember seeing him and saying this guy's totally useless. And I know, like, I've seen Andrew Tate do bits, but this is why social media can fool you. Just because someone can post 15 seconds of hitting bag, hitting the pads or shaping up, you think that can make you fight. I know you used to be a kickboxer, but this is boxing. It's a different discipline. How you stand and everything else. And also, when you live a life and you're in your own, Andrew Tate, fair play to him, he's created his own bubble. He's got very wealthy off the back of it, and he's got a lot of people fooled. But he did get exposed yesterday, right? But I'm saying to his credit, because I saw the arena out in Dubai, it was mad. And massive big up to Clifton Mitchell, because all of these guys did security yesterday. It was crazy. It was crazy for the numbers that it brought in. But he could spin this narrative now, because with this social media thing now, losing isn't a bad thing, because now he can go on these rants now of motivational speak. Well, it's not that you took the loss, but it's if you want to prepare to stay down, and I'm not going to prepare to stay down. He's going to spin that narrative, and they're going to do a rematch.
Nah, Jake can say something like that,
bro.
But
what you don't think? Well, because all
of
the
the
Tate
opponent, because of the opponent
opponent
that
was
Tate
useless.
was
Bro,
up against,
bro.
and he got battered.
He did. You know what? It was embarrassing, but you know what? In a certain way, it's like certain things you just got to know your lane. There's loads of times now I'm sitting down. I'm getting on in age now. And I'm sitting down. He's useless. Or this guy. All right, then you go in there in the ring with him when you find out if they're that useless. And that's what we saw yesterday. Andrew Tate got exposed for being excellent for social media, and I think this is also a light to loads of people who are on social, who've got big social media numbers, thinking like your social media ain't what make you fight. Your fighting is what makes you fight. Your IQ, your training, the things that which you picked up along, that's what makes you fight. And I know he's a very, very good kickboxer back in the day, but I think that's like 12, 13 years ago. So I don't want to show Andrew Tate, because some of the things that he says I actually like, some of the things I don't agree with and I don't like, but that wasn't good at all. It wasn't, because that guy was garbage. And this is no disrespect. I fancy that I could beat that guy. You know what I mean? A 6 weeks training camp. You know what I mean? Me and Danny Glover, me and Tundi Ajayi, and I reckon I could deal with Andrew Tate. Not Andrew Tate, the guy that beat Andrew Tate.
Oh.
Seriously, the guy that beat Andrew Tate, forget about Andrew Tate, you lost. But the guy that I reckon I could deal with him. I swear to God, I reckon I could deal with him.
You're now calling out the guy who beat
I'm not
Andrew
calling
Tate
I reckon I could beat him.
instead of Andrew Tate,
No,
which is
Andrew,
hilarious.
No, I reckon, radio, seriously, I reckon I could, no, I couldn't.
Are you getting fixed up for a Misfits fight?
You never know. But I'm just trying to say, I reckon I could beat that guy. I swear to God, I reckon I could beat that guy. I reckon I could outskill him, do some veteran tricks on him. You know what I mean? Some old Jersey Joe Walcott stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, that is a legit matchup right there. Now, I'm not into the Misfits Boxing at this stage, but if you get that fight, I'm ringside for
the
it.
ringside, you be in my corner. What are you talking about? You be in my corner, bro. Put the Vaseline on. I'm telling you, I know I could do with that guy. Trust me.
You know, Andrew is the CEO of Misfits now. This is all part of the brand, you know.
So they planned it then. They planned for him to lose, yeah?
No, I know. I think they planned for him to win. And now
You're damn right they did. He got
now
beat.
They're spun out. So what happens? Losing to an opponent like that, the way he lost, is there a future for him as a fighter? What's going to happen now with the CEO of Misfits?
Bro, of course they can bring him back, because he's Misfits, right? And so, of course they can bring him back, because he's Andrew Tate. And his social medias are nuts, right? So, yeah, cool. They're going to bring him back, but I didn't see, I'm sorry, but that was proper garbage. You know what I mean? It was garbage. So I swear to God, man. I was waiting for Grover to turn around. I mean, from Sesame Street. You know what I mean? It was garbage. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? It was garbage, and it's very upsetting because of how Andrew Tate talks. So it's kind of humbling in a certain way. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not laughing at nobody's demise, but you did get beat by garbage, so that kind of makes you garbage as well. It does.
Lastly, the opposite of garbage is the treasure. And we sit atop a treasure here in the heart of Ghana, in Accra. Last night, the stage was set and it was beautiful. What an event. I mean, Legacy Rise Sports bringing all these elements together to really show what Ghana has to offer and put a spotlight on all of these very talented and hungry fighters. Co-promoted by Matchroom, 258, stalking the card and making this happen, putting the production together, all three. This really did prove to be what it was promised to be, which was an iconic night, not just for the sport of boxing, but really for this country. I think a step forward in the direction of making the whole continent of Africa a powerhouse. I want to talk to you just briefly about your experience in the country. We've talked about the fights in the ring, but even the atmosphere around the ring on the night. I mean, what has this brought in this week to your heart and spirit?
I'm gonna be real with you right now. It was so touching for me to like be even at the weigh-in and like people recognizing you like on the content. You see, like everybody's gonna have your market. You're gonna have your specific market. You never know on the things that you say, who may listen to you, who it may touch. Like I'm coming out here and everyone's running up to Radio, Radio Raheem, Radio, I want to take pictures with you. And like people stopping me on the road and everything, like they really, this country's a boxing country, right? It's up there with Mexico. It's one of them ones there. It's a boxing country. So just so grateful to say like, I've come from humble Kennet in South London and I'm in Ghana and people are like, they're showing me mad love out here. And to see like how they're putting their things together, I told you before, it's about infrastructure and they have the right infrastructure. Reason being because they must know something because it's the son, you know what I mean, of John Mahama, right? So Sharif knows what he's, you know what I mean? And fair play to him. And the reason why I like Sharif, when he came to London last year, it was Danny Glover, my guy, Craig Richard's cousin, who introduced us, yeah? And he said, yeah, my dad's running for president, but I want to do things in boxing. So I said, yeah, send me some stuff. And all the rest of us always had this link. But sometimes you think English could be talk. And it's you know what I mean? And it's their actuality that they've turned into reality. So we have to commend them. And not only that, but the hospitality that I have received out here has been amazing. You know, because you received it as well. Every time I see Radio, I say, where you going now? Radio's running. I've got to do another TV show. I'm like, no, it is though. Every time I see it, it's like, I can't talk. Right. So it's just been amazing. And I'm so grateful that I got the invite. And it means a lot that people on the African continent, like, you know what I mean, people who actually look like me, who are saying like, nah, but we really respect you. And I thought that, then it was like, that was very, very touching to me, you know?
Yeah, man. I'm happy to have shared this experience with you. I can't even express how special this year of 2025 has been for me on the continent of Africa, but particularly in this country because it was the gate for me. They call Ghana the gate, and for a reason, because this is the way I entered this.
And it is. It's exactly that. It's exactly that.
And just a few months ago, really, in March, I came here for the first time and saw what I thought the world needed to experience and wasn't sure how that would come to pass. And here just these few months later in December, the world has got an opportunity.
Boxing on the continent is going to explode.
Yeah.
Right, and you can see it right now. And you can see there's a big show today, Balboa Promotions, which is doing in Nigeria. But boxing here is going to explode. It was amazing. Like when you're there and like the president comes in.
The president sitting ringside.
Comes in and a fight's going on. They don't care. They play the national anthem. Everybody's standing. You better put your hand on your heart, right? And everybody comes and he comes in and he sits down and he's a president who's actually, the reason why I enjoy this president is because they're a man of the people. You know what I mean? And like those things, it's like I like that. That means something to me. So to witness that, it's been amazing. And someone said, if you said to me like 20 years ago, you're gonna get invited over to Ghana, from the president of the country and his son, who is his legacy, that has a company called Legacy Rise, and then you're gonna be invited out. You're gonna see guys who you know, who you grew up with, who you were the eldest to in South London. You'd never believe it, and that's what I did. And I was here. I did all of this, like, experience all of this, and I had Radio Raheem beside me as well. Come on, man. I can't. That was yesterday, my birthday. That's the best birthday present I've had in a long time.
Shout out to Spencer Fearon. Everybody
much,
in the
bro.
comments, wish this man a happy birthday. It was an unbelievable night that was brought to bear because we believed that it could happen, and it did. What a pleasure.
Bro,
what
keep on
a
doing
week.
your thing.
What
There you
a
go.
fight night. What a future. Radio Raheem with Spencer Fearon in Accra, Ghana.